I said, welcome. I said, welcome. You already know how we do it around here. We're going to create this mindset of resilience. And in being and having a resilient mindset, we must go about discovering, uncovering, and most of all, go about finding the truth for ourselves. Because when we come to know the truth, we going to see that life is going to throw all kind of things at us. And with life throwing things at us, some of it's going to be misinformation. But I need for you to go about deciphering and knowing the truth for yourself. So no matter how hard life gets, I need for you to go about adapting this mindset that you're going to bend, but you're not going to break. That's why we want to go about looking at who's the greatest quarterback, who ever played the game of football. I know what y'all going to say in that the rings is what matters. And you can't go against the count of the rings. But this is my pushback to that. My pushback to that is we have 3 quarterbacks who played in a very physical era of football. The defensive ends, the linebackers, their whole position was to go about inflicting pain because if you make a man second guess himself, the war is over. But because the media wants to get away from the physicality of football. See, they don't celebrate the gladiatorship of football. And in minimizing these things, that's why I go about asking you, are all championships measured equally? I'll give you 2 names. Joe Montana and Terry Bradshaw. TB12. They played in an era where the whole job was to tear each other apart. Now, they've been to 4 Super Bowls, each of them. And with each of them, they have never lost. They are undefeated in Super Bowl. But maybe that don't hold no weight. Okay. Now they got Brad Starr. Bart Starr has 5 rings, but I really can't say too much about Bart Starr because that's way before my time and even your time. So I could only go by what the records and the accolades say. So I just decided to throw him in there because the measuring stick for today's society is quantified by how many rings you got. And measuring up, I could probably guess that the physicality was at its highest during that guy's time. And with a business that was barely starting, you know it's no holds barred. Anything goes. Hey, do what you got to do. And then we have the media darling, Tom Brady. The man has 7 rings. I can't take that away. Nobody can't take that away. That's that man's accomplishment. But in his 7 rings, the rules was changed in order to go about benefiting the quarterback. We can't argue that. Now, he did an impressive feat. The man lasted 20 years. But remember, like what I said, we have to take out this physicality in order for this guy to last 20 years. So the Iron Man that they're propagating and trying to have you believe, quarterbacks have become the beneficiary of the rule change. But this is where I come to throw in the outlier. And the outlier in all of these quarterbacks that I've mentioned so far is Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, at this juncture in his life, is on a trajectory to go about eclipsing, statistically, touchdowns, whatever measure you want to go about associating with. This guy is on an outlier. His trajectory from day one till now, you could match any quarterback up with Patrick Mahomes, and I guarantee he'll be the outlier. But like what I said, the rule change has benefited. But the reason I call Patrick Mahomes the outlier, he's almost like a cheat code on PlayStation or Xbox, where he just understands that if I do this, you have to do that. And one of the things that we must go about seeing and understanding for ourselves, everybody brings some level of greatness. But let's not go about diminishing one's ability and accomplishments and pinning them over the other. Because if we go about really assessing the value of a championship, then you will see that not all championships are created equal. It's a business. The whole structure is meant to have you see things that if we go about analyzing it for ourselves, then we will come to see that what the propaganda machine is trying to go about feeding us is worthlessness. Now, so let me get what you think, because I know I'm a hear all this and I'm a hear that, but put it out there. Stand by what you say. Don't be scared. You already know how we do it around here. Bless up. Live.